إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Alhamdulillah, we are now studying tafsir. Actually, we're studying usul tafsir. Usul tafsir. And from amongst the usuls, the fundamentals of tafsir, is for the person to become familiar with the book that he's getting his tafsir from. Okay? Ala wa huwa al-Mus-haf al-Sharif. What does the word actually, that book that most people call the Quran, is in actuality not a Quran. Did you know that? What is that thing called in actuality? It's actually called a Mus-haf. Everybody say that. Mus-haf. 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 It's not a Quran. The word Quran, what did we learn that the word Quran means?
Reading or recital.
Reading or recital. Okay? That's what it is. نحن نقص عليك أحسن القصص. Right? So it's stories, and this is the recital of the Quran. إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ قُرْآنًا عَرَبِيًّا لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ. A recital that is clear and leaves no doubt about what's in it, for the purpose that all the others that were sent down, all the other revelation was sent down, it's been mixed up. That's what the Quran is. It's held on what we call suhuf. Say Mus-haf. 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 Or Mus-hafun. Or you can say Mus-haf. But just say Mus-haf like that. It's from the word. What does mu mean in front of a word? One who possesses the qualities of that thing that comes after it. Right? Give me an example. Muslim. Muslim. So someone who has the qualities of Islam. Okay? So that's what we got here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the book life. It's his balagha, eloquence, by describing it with its own person, one who, the book in and of itself, as one who has the qualities of this suhuf, right? Suhuf. Do we know the word suhuf? No. What does we know from the word suhuf? Every Jumu'ah, what do we hear? Before the Imam says, Allahu Akbar. Suhuf, say it again. Suhuf Ibrahim wa Musa. What is he saying? The books, the pages, the revelation. Because a suhuf, it are pages or pieces of paper that have on them wahyi, revelation, has been written on them. Okay? You understand that? So this is what suhuf are. And we have other suhuf. We have the suhuf of Ibrahim. We have the suhuf of Musa. We don't physically have them. But we have knowledge of these things. Right? So this Mus-haf is the book that has the qualities of these papers and these pages in it. And that is the proper name of the book, the Mus-haf. Now, Quran is what we recite. Okay? Be careful, because some people, get in trouble with that. Okay? But this is what the Quran is when we're referring to it. Okay, we're not going to get into the argument of Imam al-Bukhari, rahimahullah. But the Quran is the speech of Allah, and it's what? It's not created. Okay, this is an issue with Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah that we believe in and we know, because it's one from the sifat of Allah. It's the speech of Allah. So it's tied to Allah, and Allah's not created. Right? So, we know about the suhuf of Ibrahim wa Musa. Was it in this lesson that we spoke about Sheikh Ahmad ibn Hanbal? No. Naam?
Yes.
La or naam?
Yes.
Yes?
In this lesson, actually, we spoke the first and the second one.
Both of them? I already told the story about it though. Okay, good. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah. Okay, now, to get down to it, in studying the Mus-haf as a talibul tafsir, you have to know everything about it. Okay? How many pages, how many ayat. What here we're talking about is called Dabtul Mus-haf. Dabtul Mus-haf. Or right now we're going to learn some of the istilahat al-Mus-haf. Istilahat is nomenclature, terminologies, and signs and symbols of the Mus-haf. Why do you need to know that now? Why is it important to know that now? Right, because you're at the beginning, and as you're going to be using this thing, you need to know what all this stuff means. Shaykh al-Albani, rahimahullah, before you can read his book, you get through the introduction, and you've read like 50 pages. We used to dread it, because you weren't so great at reading at that stage. So you're like, you're trying to read everything, and you're wondering, let me just get to the book. But you're learning so many fundamentals in his introductions. Likewise, here, you need to know what's in this. This dabt of the Mus-haf, and the istilahat is a science that most people don't even know about anymore. They lose it. They don't even think about it. They're not even there for most of the tulab. But we're not doing, because it's not much aggrandizement with it. You can't walk around with it and, and show people that, nobody's looking like that. They say, why do people buy expensive cars? Because they can showboat the car. They could showboat the house. If you could drag the house behind them, they buy nice houses then. Because a lot of stuff is called shuhra, is to be seen, or sum'ah, to be heard. Right? So, or something that's famous, I should say. Now here, we're going to go over these things. We're going to do real quick, inshallah ta'ala, before the salah comes. Do I have any questions at this time of what we're doing? If I don't have questions, you should say no. If I do have questions, you should say yes. But no one should just be sitting there silently like they can't understand the word I'm saying. So, is there any questions about what we're doing? Everybody understands what we're doing? Okay, what are we doing? Somebody just call it out. We're doing usul tafsir. That's a good answer. What about the usul tafsir? The signs and symbols in the Mus-haf, right? The first one that I want to go over are these simple, easy ones. I don't know where to start. Let's start over here. These simple, easy ones. This, and this. What are those signs? This is a fatha, dhamma, kasra, right? What do they mean when you see them? Because that's what's more important. What does it mean? It moves the constant letter. It gives it a sound, right? A sound besides the constant sound. So if b is the sound, it gives it a vowel sound, an enunciation sound, like ba or boo or b, between those, right? Another thing you have after this is dhammatan, or kasratan, or fathatan, okay? Now, pay close attention. When this fatha and kasra, you can find this in your Mus-haf, are not even. One is shorter on one end and longer on the other end, okay? When it's not even, or when these two are up next to each other, that means there is no idhar. That means that it's either ikhfa or idgham, okay? There's a rule of tajweed. That's what that means. I'm going to say it again. When you have the tanween looking like this is called tanween. Then that means there is no idhar. That means a rule of ikhfa or idgham is present. Now, when you have the same thing like this or perfectly even with each other, that means it's tanween. You will notice it in your Mus-haf. Okay? You will notice it in your Mus-haf. Insha'Allah ta'ala. Next. Toss me some pens, bro. Can I move along? Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Can I move along? Okay. The next one that we find in the Mus-haf, in the first pages of the Mus-haf, we find this. 3 dots, followed by 3 dots. No, just toss it to me when I need it, because I don't want to bend down too much. Okay? We have 3 dots and 3 dots. You guys see that? Have you noticed that before? Go to the first page of the Mus-haf and you say, Alif, Lam, Mim. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ. Or, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. Right there, go back 1 page. Go back 1 page. The first page. Go back 1 page. Right there. That's the first page, bro. Look here. Okay? So, the rule with this, the rule here is that you either stop at the first one or the second. First or second, never both, right? I shouldn't say never both. More times in Hamza, they don't stop at either one of them. Okay? In the qira'ah of Hamza, they don't stop at either one of them, some of the shuyukh. But this is the rule. Most people ain't going to recite in Hamza. You're talking about Hafs and Asim, right? So you stop at the first second. Sometimes in Warsh, you hear people say, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ. And in Hafs, mostly you hear, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. One or the other. You understand that? Can I go ahead? All right. We're doing the dabt of the Mus-haf. So if you've been thinking about what does that mean? What does that mean? You better let us know. And we'll let you know right now. Okay? One of the other things that we see in the Mus-haf all the time is this. Jeen. Okay? Everybody see this? What does that mean? Jaiz. It's from the word jaiz. Jazakumullah khair. The word, oh, look what I did. I see I did it wrong. Remember the rules? Let's go back to the beginning and go this way. Jaiz. What does jaiz mean? Excuse me?
Ready?
No. Alhamdulillah. What it means, permissibility. Yajuz. Jaiz yajuz. It is a permissible stop. You can stop here. Okay? بعد تعلمنا معرفة الحروف بعد تجويدك بالحروف لا بد من معرفة الوقوف. It says in al-Jazari, after you have بعد تجويدك للحروف, after you've learned the tajweed of the huruf, لا بد من معرفة الوقوف. Now you have to learn and become familiar with the places where you can stop. Because as Ali ibn Abi Talib said, that tajweed al-Quran is knowing where you can start and stop. Okay? So this is a jaiz. This is a permissible stop. Okay? A permissible stop. And it's shown by a jeen. The next one that we're going to see is this one right here. Everybody pay attention here. This one right here. Everybody see that? If you can see that, what is there? What is there? That's a sad, that's a lam, and that's a ya. What it's from is waslun awla. Okay? Say it. Waslun awla. And waslun awla means that joining it is preferred. What does it mean?
Joining it is preferred.
So here you come into a point where it's saying, Salaam alaikum ansar. Alhamdulillah. It's saying when you get to this point, it is preferred for you to keep going. It's preferred for you to what?
Keep going.
Okay. And it's not preferred that you stop. Like Allah says in the Quran, وَإِن يَمْسَسْكَ اللَّهُ بِضُرٍّ فَلَا كَاشِفَ لَهُ إِلَّا هُوَ وَإِن يَمْسَسْكَ. So here it says, إِلَّا هُوَ وَإِن يَمْسَسْكَ. So here, and I'm keep on reading like that just to make the point, not because you're supposed to stop before mutaharrik, okay? But I'm just trying to make a point of the sad lam awla. It's preferred not to stop there. It's preferred to go past that part. Do everybody understand that? However, it is permissible to do what? Stop there. You can stop there, but it's preferred to what? Keep moving. Keep it moving. Now, how did they get with this? They got with this because the word waslun here, this letter, the sad, is more distinguished. Okay? So they kept the sad. And the lam awla is the lam right there and the ya. So they put it there just like that. Waslun, the sad lets you know wasala, just like they do when we get to the next letter, which is a hamzatul wasl. What is this? This is what you see over in alif, right? When you're not pronouncing that alif. Remember, hamza rides on alif, right? What do we say? Now, hamza, as it seems to need a tad more of a sharh, it rides upon the alifun, the waw, and even ya, right? So that's what we're talking about hamza. Go back to your initial lessons when we learned the letters, master letters. Go to the first page of master letters and find it, hamza. So this is a hamza. And it says hamza, hamza, right? So when it says hamza, hamza, it says two types of hamza, right? Why does it say two types of hamza? Because the second type of hamza is this one. This is the hamza that pops upon the other one. So this is a waslun because this is a hamzatul wasl, and that wasl would be like this. We call it a hamza, hamzatul wasl, right? A hamza that joins. So what they kept is just this one right here, the join partition. And then with this one, we call this one a hamza. What type of hamza is that one? Al-qata'i. Al-qata'i. Right? So it's qaf, ta, ain. So they kept the head of the ain. Come down here. They kept the head of the ain. And they cut the tail off. Because it cuts into the word. A-i-u. That's what it comes. It's cutting into it. So it's called qata'i, to cut. And we can remember that because when you cut somebody, what do you say? A-i-u. Fatha dhamma kasr. Real easy. And Wesley, if you want to talk Wesley from the hood, he's always cool. You know, so, but anyway, I'm just teasing. But it's a way to remember it. Inshallah ta'ala. There's nobody really named Wesley here that I know of. Anyway, so this is the head of the Ain, right there.
Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah, Wesley Snipes, right. He was laid back, he didn't want to pay his taxes. He let it slide. And so they got him. Jazakumullah khair. Subhanakallah. So we can remember that. Okay? That Hamzatul Wasli. Okay? Now, here we go. The next one is, now we went over here. Sad lam awla is better to prefer to what do you call it? To join. Now we have this one. Look at this. Qaf lam awla. You see that? Qaf lam awla. Now what does that come from? That comes from the word waqfun. What does it say? Waqfun. What does it say? Waqfun awla. Say it. It is preferred for you to stop. And it's written because the qaf is the distinguishing thing here. So they bring the qaf across and they bring the awla. Lam awla. Simple, easy, lemon squeezy, right? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. It's simple stuff. These are we breaking open the things that, this stuff becomes difficult for some of the people because they don't have somebody to explain it to us. But it's very simple. That's why you dare say you're a student and you don't have a teacher? What kind of nonsense is that? All these tulab, and nobody don't know a teacher to claim. It's not a tutor. That's not a student. You're just a fan. You know, there's a difference. You know, very big difference. You got to get a teacher. And as the Chinese say, one, you know, sitting with a wise man is better than 50 years of reading. You know? So we try to get this stuff knocked out. And it's not stuff that's hard. It's in the back of the Mus-haf. For all those years, where's it been hiding? It's right here. Right here on the back page. And it says Alamatul Waqf. When it says Dabtul Mus-haf, it's all right here and explains it right here. But of course, it's better. Istilah al-Dab. It's better when you get a teacher to explain it to you. Like inshallah we're going to do right now. So from the istilahat that we have here, we have this. This is how the, what's that?
The waqful awla.
Naam, tafaddal.
You said to stop or not?
I'm sorry. Jazakumullah khair. Barakallahu. Don't ask him anything. Right? If somebody's in a class with you, from the adab of the talib al-ilm, if somebody's in a class with you and they try to talk to you, you get them off you. Hey, free yourself from that person. Remember? So that you can, because no one's supposed to ask anybody else in the class. That's what the teacher's there for. No problem. His question is beautiful and everybody will benefit from it. I negated, I forgot to say what this means. Waqful awla means it's preferred to stop, but you can do what, Ibrahim? You can continue to go. You can go. But it's preferred to do what? It's preferred to stop. Anywhere you open in the Mus-haf, you'll find this on any page. You know, I'm just flipping through just so I could find it. An example thereof. And that's at any page, right? I see Jim, I see Saad. I don't see the Qaf. Waqful awla. Okay, recite it to me, please. Or give it to me, let me see. Yes, that's it right there. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You know, it says, okay, here, we start over here, and it says, وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ وَإِثْمُهُمَا أَكْبَرُ مِن نَفْعِهِمَا. Okay? So here we have a place, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Here we have a place where it says, وَقْفٌ أَوْلَى قُلْ فِيهِمَا إِثْمٌ كَبِيرٌ وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ وَإِثْمُهُمَا أَكْبَرُ مِن نَفْعِهِمَا. There's a waqf. Take a breath. وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا يُنْفِقُونَ قُلِ الْعَفْوَ. Take another waqf. كَذَلِكَ يُبَيِّنُ اللَّهُ لَكُمُ الْآيَاتِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَفَكَّرُونَ. So here we have waqfun awla. Better to stop than to keep going at those places. And what you do in those places is you take a breath. The difference between the Hafidhul Quran and the Mutahafiz is the Hafiz knows where to stop. And the Hafiz knows how much air he needs to get to the next stop. Okay? And how much shiddah is going to be in those letters. Because he's tried it. Okay? And he said, oh, I can't do that. So for me, I better stop here, in this place, in that place. Okay? And use those signs, inshallah ta'ala. Let me hurry up. Let me hurry up. Let me hurry up. Astaghfirullah al-azim. The next one, I was saying here, astaghfirullah, Remember, everybody calls this the sukoon, the sign of sukoon. Actually, in the Mus-haf, it's only a sukoon over the letters alif, waw, and ya. Okay? In the Mus-haf, you'll only find it. And what that means is that in the writing of the Mus-haf, it is there, but in the pronunciation, it is not there. Okay? So when you see an extra letter in there, it's not there. So we would say, like, here, I'm going to write one down for you here. Min naba'i al-mursalin. Okay? Min naba'il here. Oh, let me put it like here. This is what it's supposed to be. Naba'il. Here's the kha right there. Kha mursalin. Okay? So here it says min naba'il mursalin. So here you see this circle right there, that number 5, over the ya. That means the ya has to be established in writing, but you pronounce it? No. And because of that, because it's easier to write than the next sign, which is this right here, I don't know if that's big enough, let me write it like that, which is actually the sukoon that is in the Mus-haf. If you look, you see that, that's the sukoon. What does it come from? It comes from the word khalin, okay? Or khali, if you want to put it the whole word out there. But the kha is the only thing that stays, and you cut off the circle, and the diacritical mark, and you cut the tail off. The only thing left is this. Oh, that's too sloppy. Like that. Do you understand that? And what does khali mean? It means void. Void where prohibited. Void. Mean that letter is void of a vowel. Vowel sound. You understand? So you only pronounce the constant sound thereof. Click your fingers. Everybody follow me? So, and that's what we're doing in nuqta. That's what this is right here. And this, let me write it neater. You'll see it like that in the Mus-haf. Not this. This is too sloppy for a beginner to see. Now we'll see meme. Everybody see this meme? You'll see that in the Mus-haf sometimes. When you say alimun. Alimun. You see the meme like that? What that lets you know that mubashiratan, right after that is going to be a ba. Okay? Okay? Alimun bidhatis sudur. Okay, so you see, alimun. Why? Because the meme of the nun and tanween, after, what's the rule in nun and tanween? When it has a ba that comes after, a ba that comes after it, what's it called? Iqlab. It flips the nun sound or the tanween sound into a what? Meme. So the sign that Hafs puts down in his dabt of the Mus-haf to make it easy, because Warsh don't have none of this. Okay? Warsh, you just got to learn it from a teacher. That's why it's considered the hardest qira'ah. And Hafs is considered the most easy, because they write everything out for you. Make it real easy for the person to recite. Okay? And that's what you see, that little meme, which is different from this meme here. When you see that little meme like that, when you see that, that means mamnu'. Okay? That's a sign of waqf. You cannot go forward. You have to stop right there. Okay? That's what that meme right there means, from the alamat to waqf. Here's that meme right there. Waqfun lazim. You have to stop, right? That's very good. Jazakumullah khair. So this one is, if you don't stop, you've changed the meaning of the ayah of what was intended with that ayah. Okay? What was intended with that ayah has been altered if you don't stop at this. Here, the word is mamnu'. Okay? Mamnu', which means prohibited. Okay? You have to stop. You cannot keep going right there. That is mamnu'. And for that, you see the sign of meme, because you have a double meme here. All right? كم ساعة صلاة؟ ساعة كم؟ الآن؟ أيوة. أقول قولي هذا. If we have to finish this later on, inshallah ta'ala. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I'm sorry.